Each week we check out a new gun museum. We call it the Firearm Museum Tour. A big part of our Gun Show Loophole tour is checking out the firearms museums around the country, and we know that they're all interested in getting more visitors and more awareness. So we're going to help by featuring a new museum each week. On our Firearms Museum tour, we're going through the United States looking at different firearms museums. We're still in Oklahoma. This time we're going to the Woolaroc Museum, which is also in Tulsa. So Woolaroc is an estate of one of the guys who was in the oil business back in the day, made a bunch of money, and invested some of his money into his land, and then upgrading his land and collecting things. And at some point they turned the collections into a museum and the grounds into Woolaroc. So it's near Tulsa. It's outside of town, so you're going to need to give yourself some time to visit. It was established in 1976, and I guess it's from Phillips, who is the Phillips 66 guy. And it's mostly, for firearms, it's mostly a collection of Colts. So it was a world-class Colt collection that the museum is now displaying. Now the museum has a lot of other things as well as guns. The guns are one room in a fairly large museum. It's mostly, I'd say, art, but also just like a few snapshots of life in the United States from the time that Phillips was collecting. And now it's all on display in an awesome building that's located in a wildlife habitat in many acres just outside of Tulsa. So it's not just the firearms museum, it's a larger museum that firearms are a part of in a great experience, inside of a great experience. Now, because it's old and it's in an older building, and because you have to drive for many miles through the wildlife habitat to get to the museum, we're going to give it a kind of a low rating as far as accessibility, but with understanding its limitations as the age of the building and whatnot. If you know that going into it, it's definitely worth the experience, or worth any hassle. So that's the Firearms Museum passport. Of course, we also feature Woolaroc in the calendar on July. So it took forever to find it. I don't even have a brochure from the place. So don't have a brochure from there, but they do have an active Instagram, and we do got the patch. So I guess that's where we're ending it. So Woolaroc, a really cool place. It's a wildlife habitat with a Colt collection in the basement of a museum with lots of art and history about oil and culture from Oklahoma back in the day. So that's the Woolaroc Museum. We're taking a look at firearms museums here in our Firearms Museum tour. Let us know in the comments if you've attended Woolaroc, if you've been to Woolaroc, or if you're planning on going. And until next time, thanks for watching. So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.